We've been talking about what's going on with our kids for a long time. And we're kind of hoping the situation will get better. But if you are to go by this article that we are going to look at now, it says moms in Waterhouse are pimping out their daughters. Corporate area community of Waterhouse, they say, has been red flagged as a hotspot for child sexual abuse in Jamaica, as it appears that several mothers have been making money by prostituting their daughters to adult men. If you are to listen to president of the Community Development Benevolent Society in Waterhouse, it's not a new problem. It says it's a long-standing problem, with fear and poverty being the driving forces. He pointed to one section of the community where he claimed that in the past there was a systemic rape of women and girls, with gangsters using fear and intimidation. I just can't. I can't. I mean, I've heard about this before, where you have dons in the community or gangs in the community. Somebody will just send for somebody's daughter and say, people don't really feel they have any recourse, but it's a terrible
Here's a quote
situation.
from Mr. Jackson, who is Pastor Winston Jackson from the Penwood Church of Christ. And he says, and I quote, "What happens is that some of the children, even by their own parents, are sold off to these perverts who just want to abuse them sexually." Wow. They identified the 3 Miles development area as having the highest frequency of child rape during the 2011-2015 period, with 60 reported victims.
How you define human trafficking again? You'd have to actually take the child out of our community.
Wow.
This
and
is
then we
really-
moved to Hanover. And Juliet Grant and her son Romario Daly, they became murder victims 30 and 31. Apparently they were just playing dominoes on their veranda, and a couple of people came up and shot them. And they were having dinner. Well, they said they were having dinner with some other family members when 2 men wearing masks and armed with handguns entered the house through a side door demanding money. Grant and her son ran in opposite directions but were chased by the men and shot. The mother made it to the roadway in front of the house before she was shot, while Romario made it to an adjoining roadway where he too was shot. Both died on the scene, with the gunmen leaving without harming any other family member.
Okay, so that was very deliberate.
Yep.
Gang activity is being blamed for a number of the murders in Hanover since the start of this year. I guess we're going to look into this one and see if there was any motive at all. But boy,
Yep.
my God.
Incredible. In Hanover, 30 and 31, just since the start of the year. All right, the final one is Donald Trump's cousin let off another ballistic missile. Are them two men, they're most related.
Kim and Don.
Kim and Don.
Kim and Don.
They're most related.
I've got a missile. I've got a missile.
Short-range ballistic
Mine is big.
missile,
Yours
they
is
said,
bigger.
traveled an estimated 248 miles, splashing down within Japan's exclusive economic zone, and it is said an area where commercial ships are known to operate.
What is this man trying to do?
I have no idea. South Korea and Japan immediately issued strong protests, with Japan's Prime Minister promising concrete action. Don't know what that means.
I don't know.
So they've fired 12 missiles during 9 tests so far this year. This compares to 10 missile launches in the same period in 2016. I think I'm just trying to get people involved and probably want to kill off the world away sooner
And to
than
start a world
later.
war.
Yeah.
You want to read that excerpt of Do We Have Time?
From what?
It's from the same thing we were talking about earlier with Magnum Kings and Queens of Dancehall on the
Yeah,
weekend. Apparently Rankin Punkin took to Facebook to issue a statement of sorts, thanking the people who supported her, talking about how wonderful the experience was, but decrying what she thinks is tantamount to almost racism. In Jamaica, lots of audience members, she say other people mocking her accent, and even a judge.
Yep.
Everybody know this long-running scatter thing, and
She
I
says,
thought it was a little bit of, you know.
She says it seems very easy in the competition. I'm reading what she says, looking from the outside, but very, very tough inside. Many racist comments from audience and contestants. Also, one of the judges of the competition I was very surprised how I was treated as a Japanese citizen. It seems as if they don't want any other citizens to be in their competition. In some point, I wanted to quit more than once, but my Jamaican producer said, don't quit. At one point, racist comment from the same judge saying that this Japanese lady, if she went to the final, he will quit the job. Sometime when I'm singing, him push him finger in my ears. Sometime turn his back on me, and even though the audience jump up and enjoy my song. He also publicly said he wished I dropped out of the competition.
Okay, so I have a couple of things to say about that. This competition is about votes, right?
Yep.
At the end of the day.
Yep.
So she made it all the way to the finals, which means she had significant backing, whether it's Jamaicans or the Japanese community in Jamaica.
Yep.
You enter a competition like that as a non-Jamaican, chances are you're going to buck up in some issues. I'm not justifying racism by any means, but you're going to probably find that most Jamaicans are behind the Jamaican artist. As it regards the judges, I'm thinking about other shows I've watched, like American Idol, or what's that other one? The Voice. Which one had Simon Cowell?
X Factor.
I mean, where they're very blatantly saying to people who come on, like, why are you even here?
Yeah.
Like, you're horrible, you're terrible, which doesn't make it right. I think when you sign up for stuff like this, you kind of have to realize that there are some trappings that come with it that you might not like. But in the main, I think she got some good support.
And she got to the finals.
She made her way to the finals. She got love from a lot of Jamaicans. Ranking Pumpkin, a lot of Jamaicans were backing you. And in the end, even though it was in the end, at the end of the show, Scatter came to her and said, boy, you know, he really had to rethink his position, because every week people would say to him as he walked on the street, you know, give her a chance. And he himself didn't think she would have gotten that far. But it's really a huge compliment to Jamaica that a Japanese person would be in a competition like this. And it's a huge compliment to her that she would have got so far. And the synergies will be there that we can build on and work together. And let's just not make it acrimonious. Because it's a good thing. It's a good thing that happened.
Yep.
It's a good thing that happened. So
agree with
congratulations, Ranking Pumpkin. And go on do your thing and don't watch no face. As I say, people will talk, but just do your thing.
All right. Time for birthdays?
Okay.
Evrad, you're right here with me. This is Anissa Walsh, beautiful Anissa Walsh. She's 3 years old today. And greetings coming from your mom, Janice, your dad, Andre, and the rest of the family. Your dad is my very, very good
she's
friend.
Too adorable.
She's beautiful.
She's so
And then we move on, and this is Kaylee Lures. Kaylee, happy birthday, coming from your dad, Kevin.
Hi, Kaylee.
Your brother Aaron, your sister April, and
How old
family.
is she? Does it say?
I didn't say.
Okay.
All right, so everybody have to go work with me now, because I have a picture, but I don't know. I have to go back to this. All right, I'm going to say this first and then show the picture. Please wish my mommy, Janet Williams, a very happy birthday today from daughters Sandra and Virginia and son Andrew and the rest of the family. So this is Janet Williams right there. There you go. Miss Jan, hope you have a great day today and many, many happy returns. Good morning to the former St. George's College player Matthew Wilby, and he's now a firefighter, and the firefighters from the Waterford station. Good morning also to Barbara Ellis. She's a mom from Guys Hill Primary, who I met recently at the Bob Marley Museum, and to Mrs. Grace White, who lost her son recently, and she watches the program. Good morning. I had to catch some money for. It's Claudette Robinson's birthday today.
Oh, we
happy
love you,
birthday.
see, Rob, and we miss you.
Yeah, for charity. So Guinness
You have to
had.
catch someone?
Yeah, they had this thing that you have to go in and catch the money, and any money that I catch, Everard, they add on 50,000 to it. So I'm trying to catch more. It's only $50 and $100. They say I can't bend down. Then they tell me I can't take from the top. So
You know, just open your clothes and just make it one.
in the end, a cart must be 3,500, and then Guinness they put on $50,000 on top of it, and it went
That's
to-
lovely. And who was that for? Which charity?
Well, the charity I chose the Cancer Society.
Ah,
So I
good
did that on
job.
Saturday, but I kind of vexed. But it's just $50, $100.
Why should I
and
use some $5,000 bill? Guinness,
you
next
very
time
much.
go another 2 zeros on that 50.
So Stacey Ann Smith invited me to come.
That's lovely.
And we did that out in Portmore.
Excellent.
One more joke before I go. I couldn't find the place. So I pull up beside this bus driver. I pull up beside the bus, I roll down my window, and I said, sir, you can tell me where Passage Fort Drive is? Why your number, you know? so that's the first thing he said. So I said, I don't give out my number, you know. And he said, saying on a card. So I said, not with me, sir, but I kind of in a hurry because I'm a little late. People like me should be able to get in touch with people like you.
Well, tell him to have your people call his people.
It was so
or vice
funny.
versa.
It was so funny. The man, I asked him,
You find out where the place they is?
Eventually.
Okay, just checking.
Happy birthday.
Well, you reach eventually.
Have a great day.